Is it a different challenge when you're down one and it's game two, or is it just another playoff game?
Yeah, I don't think it's different. If you're up one, you want to make that hole a little bit bigger, obviously, and if you're down one, and it's all about your response. So, for me, we're still early in this series, and we're feeling each other out. But you obviously don't want to get down in a hole and lose both home games. And for me, it's about our response. I thought as the game went on, we got better. We got to build on the latter part of that game.
What did you do in the second half that helped you be better?
I just think we started to skate. I thought we were standing around the first 20, 30 minutes of the game. I mean, to oversimplify it, there's always system things and things like that. But, it wasn't an X and O thing. It was, I just thought we were standing around watching instead of dictating.
You've talked about all season how Ty is kind of a guy who's a Swiss Army knife type player.
Yeah.
Him sliding into that second line, just what do you look for his role with Mason and Max?
Well, he's done it all year for us. He can play up and down the lineup, multiple positions. The one thing about him is consistent energy. You get a consistent physical element. You get a consistent compete out of him. He likes the tough areas of the rink and the dirty work in the corners and things like that. So he's a guy that can complement anybody you put him with, and he's done that all year.
I know he's not playing today, but Riley, the decision to recall him, you guys have like a handful of guys you guys have been calling from the AHL.
Yeah.
Is that anything specific reason why it was him this time?
Yeah, well, we always try and do that on merit, and Jim and Whitey and Jenks all said that he's been excellent down there. He's a big guy. He can skate. I think the fact he's from Minnesota, I don't think that played a part in it, but it doesn't hurt. But he's been good. For me, from what I've heard, the reports down there, it's merit based.
Just any update on Joe? Have you talked to him? And
I did talk to him. He came in this morning. He's in concussion protocol. I don't think that's a secret, and just getting better every day. So he looked better today. From my perspective and talking to him, I remember the last time he went through that. Obviously, I was front and center for that in San Jose, and I think he was in a much worse place that time than he was this time. Although it was still obviously pretty bad.
I had a quick two-parter for you. The other night, was that the longest game that you've had as an NHL coach? You had a longer
question.
one?
That San Jose game I was just talking about with Joe was a late double overtime game. It might have been. It was the latest I've been up coaching a game just because of the start time. So, that for sure that was it was actually, you walk home and it's 2:30 a.m. coming home from a game, and you can't believe that you're not coming off a 3-hour flight in a road game somewhere. We were actually at home, so strange.
I'm curious because I know it was a special instance the other night with Pavelski leaving and everything, but as a coach, how do you kind of manage minutes, the bench, everything as a game keeps going longer?
I think we have 4 lines that I'm comfortable playing. Anybody that we've got in that lineup, I'm comfortable putting on the ice in any situation and against anybody. I think that's kind of the identity we're trying to have and the way the team's been built. So, really it was just next man up. We continue to roll 4 lines. We doubled up, Rupe a bunch, Robertson a few times with Faxa and Glendening, after we moved Delandry up. But, not a lot changed for us. And I thought that's why, we could keep our pace as the overtime went.
You mentioned the other day that temperatures kind of rise in a playoff series, and I'm sure after certain hits, especially going from game to game. Like, how do you as a coach kind of manage or balance that in terms of making sure, guys are defending their teammates, but also not getting out of their game?
Yeah. Well, I thought our team handled it the way we should handle it. We got a great response from Max Domi. He saw one of our leaders laying on the ice, and I thought his response was all team in that situation. And then after that, you know, we tried to respond to the hit by upping our game level in order to win, you know. I think that's the best thing we could do for Joe at that point, and that's what we talked about. So, you know, I liked how we responded to a really tough situation.
Ryan's played with Miro a lot in the last couple of years, but obviously Miller played mostly with Miro this year. Just when you put Suter back with Miro, just what are you looking for from him in that role and what he provides for Miro?
Yeah, I think Suits has been great. You know, we didn't play him with Miro much during the year. It was kind of pre-planned. I think we wanted to get Miro on his strong side, and the way that partners laid out. You know, we didn't want to have two righties with Lundqvist and Miller in our third pair. So, you know, when Harley became available, I think that kind of opened the door for us to rejig our pairs. And you know, Suits history with him. He's a veteran guy. He knows the playoff battles. He plays playoff style hockey. He's a heavy, hard guy to play against. So, you know, it was a pretty easy switch, and those guys are comfortable together. You know, they know each other. They've got a good history together.